Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 2 of the Ringpost Talk Podcast. I'm your host, Rizio. And I will say right now, thank you guys for 300 subscribers. That's fantastic. I didn't even think I'll even reach this number very soon after just hit 200. Yeah, thank you so much for getting me to 300 subscribers. That's great. And before we start, like I already said, thank you. Thank you so much for the support. I can't wait for Dirty 23 that's coming out in a few days. And I have a lot of content planned for that game. Hell, I already have the first video planned for it. So stay tuned on the channel for the new Dirty 23 content. But now it's time for the podcast to start. And let's get it rolling. So our first topic of the day is AEW All Access. So basically, if you remember Road to the Top, it's basically that, but now with the whole AEW roster, basically the show's premise is about going deep in the lives of AEW superstars, such as Adam Cole, Omega, the Bucks, and all of that. I like the concept, not really my type, but I may watch it every now and then. Not too interesting for me, my opinion. Yeah. But I think like in the AW niche, there's probably like a group of fans that actually like the reality show type thing. I'm just hoping it's kind of like the fake reality shows, because they fair here. The fake reality shows are really the most entertaining ones out of the bunch. Let's keep it a buck here. I mean, just watch TLC and you know what I'm talking about. The TV channel. No, not the pay-per-view. They'll make a few with it. So yeah, AEW All Access is gonna start this March 29th, I think. I don't know, I forgot because AEW Forever is taking forever to drop. I just get confused on if it's gonna be that day or not, but it's March 29th of this year. And yeah, that's all I know about it. Anyway, let's get on to the next topic. Up next on our topics is a new wrestling promotion run by a YouTuber. Now, it's not like a wrestling YouTuber, it's a different YouTuber. It's a commentary channel doing their own wrestling league. I'm talking about Moist Critical's Moist Wrestling League. Yes, I am not lying. Penguin Z0, aka Moist Critical, is doing his own wrestling league. The first match is already up on YouTube. Check out his channel, Moist Critical. It's Penguin Z0. Check that out. Here has the first matchup is Dow Jones versus Chainsaw. Goofy ass match, but still entertaining. Check it out. It is funny as hell. Yeah, Moist Critical started his own wrestling league. Honestly, I would never even thought that in a million years that Moist Critical, Penguin Z0 himself, will actually do his own wrestling league. That sounds like a fantasy on its own. But it's actually happening. That's crazy. I don't know what's next for promotion. There's not even a championship announced for it. And it'll be like a random ass promotion. But it looks entertaining as hell. So hopefully it succeeds, because it's pretty interesting. I can't even lie. So yeah. Penguin Z0 makes a wrestling promotion. That's crazy. Next up. Alright, up next is a pretty interesting topic to talk about here. It's Brock Lesnar being done with the WWE? Question mark. Because apparently it was going around that Brock Lesnar's contract is running out with the WWE, and he hasn't renewed it for all I know. But apparently those reports were fake. So do with it what you will. I don't think Brock will ever leave the WWE again. He did it before, but I feel like now, he won't leave. Cause I mean, you can't really envision Brock Lesnar in like AEW or like an indie promotion. Hell, not even UFC. Well, maybe UFC made like an appearance in a crowd or two, but I don't know about him appearing like other wrestling promotions. But honestly, him in any other promotion besides WWE will be a crazy visual. Cause I'm lay fair here. When you think of Brock Lesnar and WWE, like they're both there. Like you can't really envision Brock Lesnar in like other places, you know? Well, unless this motherfucker wants to take it back to the UFC, I guess. I don't know, but that's well, I don't know about Brock. It's gonna be interesting future to see because he's gonna face Omos at WrestleMania. You hear me right? Omos with Brock at WrestleMania. I mean, apparently he nixed the idea of him and Bray Wyatt feuding, so there goes that, I guess. Oh yeah, that's Brock Lesnar currently wrestling. It's a curious case. That's all. Next up, alright, let's talk about WWE 2K23. By the way, I'm not gonna do any solo WWE 2K23 videos anymore because it'll be too much, and I don't want to repeat the same things I said in other videos. So yeah, I'm gonna move here to the podcast. Anyways, WWE 2K23. Now, there have been some new news about the game. First of all, we actually have a teaser image about the DLC. I'm not gonna go through it, but you can look it up. Big 2K on their latest 2K Showdown had a QR code, and if you scanned it, it gave you like a strange image, and it looks like about the DLC because like the URL, the link, has DLC in the title. So it's an image about the DLC, and it's kind of like how W2K did with 2K17, where there's suplex census, where they just dropped images about the DLC, and there were like subtle hints on who could and will possibly be in the DLC. And this image gave us a lot of that. People such as Chase U, Trick Williams, the Diamond Mine, Nathan Frazier, Hit Row, the Eve Torres, on Carlito, Tony D'Angelo, and so many more. Were kind of teased in the teaser image, but I'm not gonna talk about that anymore now. But I want to talk about the new Icon trailer W2K put out on social media. I'm going to talk about the Ruthless Aggression pack, and they showed off the retro Brock Lesnar, retro Randy Orton, and Leviathan, aka Batista, and the prototype, aka John Cena. Yeah, they revealed a lot. They revealed their models, and also they revealed a new arena for the games. They actually revealed the Dirty Live arena, which that's pretty cool to hear. That's a pretty. I don't think we actually seen like a house show arena. It's like Day of Reckoning, which is like that's been a long time, that long ass time since we've seen like a house show Dirty Live arena in a 2K game or a wrestling game in general. So that's pretty cool to hear that we have a brand new arena in the games. Yeah, and by the way, that question pack is only exclusive to the Icon edition. So even with the deluxe edition, you can't even get it. But it will have to be like the NWO pack. Probably will be able to be bought later on the stores like Xbox, Steam, PlayStation, all that stuff. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the 2023 news. And coming up next for our final topic is time to talk about AEW Revolution happening tonight. I thought this show was gonna happen yesterday, but it wasn't. It should have been on Saturday, to be honest with you, but that's near here nor there. So let's talk about the first match of the show. It's for the AEW World's Trios Championships. The Elite defend their titles against the House of Black. Look, I'm interested in the match, but this should really be a match where House of Black win. The Elite have no reason to win this match. Like, what reason is there for the Elite to win this match? Like, this should be a match that House of Black should take the titles from the Elite. Because, in my opinion, I feel like the Elite is really better when they're separated. You know, when Omega's in the singles division and the Bucks are in the tag team division. And in my opinion, the House of Black, like I said, should win. Take the titles from the Elite. I feel like they could have a really good reign with titles if Tony Khan books them correctly. Because we've seen with Tony that he builds up these superstars so much, but yet does little to nothing with them after the big hype. They're just there on the roster doing jack crap. That's why AEW should, in my opinion, have a kind of a mass release. Nothing too big, but release some talent that you're not really using. You're getting it for Dark Elevation, or Rampage if you get dropped out. So yeah, that what I feel like. That what I feel about the World Trios match. In my opinion, the Death Triangle should have beat the Elite in that match of that dumbass 7-series match. If they wanted to do all 7 matches, that's fine. I personally liked the Vanama beating the Escalada de la Muerte match, but in my opinion, that match should have been a match that Lucha Brothers should win. And if they were gonna face the House of Black at Revolution, the House of Black versus Death Triangle would have made more sense because those two factions have history with each other. They both have faced off against each other, and now it means more to face up against each other now because there's trio styles now. So it makes more sense to feud. But Tony Khan said, hell nah, let's give the Elite the victory. That's stupid. But my prediction is that the House of Black should and will win this trios championship match. Up next is Chris Jericho versus Ricky Starks. Now, this feud is confusing me, just like the last 3 feuds of Chris Jericho in AEW. Why is this happening? Ricky Starks has already beaten Chris Jericho, but after Chris Jericho wanted to mess around with jobs like Action Andretti, Ricky Starks said, hey, I'm not done with you, even though I already beat you. Doesn't make any sense. And they have the usual beat the rest to get to me or whatever. It's kind of like MJF's views, which I'll get to in a second. We'll watch it later on because I'm going to talk about that last. But in my opinion, this match shouldn't really be happening on pay-per-view. This match doesn't really deserve to have a pay-per-view match, in my opinion. And yeah, also, by the way, it went from everybody being banned from ringside to just the JAS being banned from ringside. And recently we heard rumors about Chris Jericho bringing back Paul White or whatever to join the JAS. It looks like to be that Chris Jericho might actually bring in Paul White to the JAS, which I don't know how to feel about that. Personally, I do not want to see that at all. But that's just me though. So yeah, I want Ricky Starks to win. My prediction is that Chris Jericho will probably win this match. So yeah. Up next is the final burial, quote unquote, is Jungle Boy versus Christian Cage. Now, this feud has gone on for since last year, and there's a good reason for it because Christian Cage was injured, and Jungle Boy faced off against Luchasaurus at All Out on 2022. And honestly, I don't really mind this match happening on pay-per-view. I feel like it makes sense. There's some matches here though that don't really make sense to be here on pay-per-view, which I'll get to later. But yeah, like I talked about earlier, the Chris Jericho versus Ricky Starks feud, that match should be happening on pay-per-view. But this match here, Cage versus Jungle Boy Jack Perry, makes sense. Because Christian Cage couldn't wrestle because he had an injury in his arm, whatever. He was off 9-7 months around there, so around that ballpark. And now they're finally gonna do it. And this match changed from no holds bar to the quote unquote final burial. I don't know. I'm guessing it's like a buried alive match. Given by the title name. Yeah. My prediction is that Jungle Boy gonna win. I don't really see a point on why Christian should win this match. I feel like Jungle Boy will actually benefit a lot from beating Christian Cage in this match. So yeah, I'm predicting Jungle Boy Jack Perry to take the victory. Also, I forgot to mention about the 0 hour match, a 6-man tag team match. Mark Briscoe and Lucha Brother versus the Varsity Athletes, uh, and Aria Davari. Nothing too special. It's just a kind of 6-man tag team match. Not really much built to it. It's pretty obvious. Mark Briscoe and Lucha Brother are gonna take the victory in this match. All right. Next up, the Texas Death Match: Jon Moxley versus Hangman Adam Page. In my opinion, the third match should have been at this pay-per-view because, like, I don't know, like, I think this feud, in my opinion, like, I'm not gonna say it ran its course, but I feel like it should have ended back at LA. There's not really a point for these two to continue feuding, even after this. Like, there's not really a point for these two to continue, fighting and stuff like that. Hopefully, this is like the final match between these two for a while. They can come out and rekindle their rivalry. But I feel like, in my opinion, out of tonight, they should be separated away for a bit, for a while, and they can come back for like a feud and down the line. But I feel like, in my opinion, that this match, like, I don't know, I'm excited for it, but like, but I'm not like too excited for this match. In my opinion, there's not really that much of a point to have this match on the card, in my opinion at least. Coming up next for the AEW Women's Championship, Jamie Hayter defends the title against Ruby Soho and, for some reason, Saraya. In my opinion, this match should have been Britt Baker versus Jamie Hayter. They've already planted the seed for it, but Tony Khan just delays things for absolutely no reason. Like, this feud between Britt Baker and Jamie Hayter should have already happened. In fact, it should have happened like after Jamie won the title at Full Gear, or again, I can take Hikaru Shida when she defended the title against her. Like, in my opinion, Saraya has no point to be a part of this, and Saraya in AEW has been just a letdown. Like, she is not entertaining in what way whatsoever. She is not entertaining, not in the slightest. So yeah, honestly, like, I just feel like Saraya in AEW is not good. Just not even the slightest bit of good. So yeah, and Ruby Soho, honestly, like, I don't really get the point much of Ruby Soho being in this feud. So yeah, alright, so in my opinion, I'm gonna go with Jamie Hayter win this one. I'm praying to God Saraya does not win the title. I'm praying to God. So yeah. Next up for the AEW TNT Championship is Samoa Joe defending the title against Wardlow. Now, I don't know. These two have already faced off. And the thing is that for some reason they had Darby Allin beat Samoa Joe, even though Samoa Joe was gonna beat Darby for the title either way. Like, what's the point? Just not have Darby defeat Joe. It doesn't make any sense. Also, like, this feud between Wardlow and Samoa Joe should have already been over, in my opinion. Like, what's the point of it being continued? Especially when this match does not even have a stipulation. Like, this match should have honestly been the Texas Death Match. Like, or the California Death Match, because for some reason they call it the Texas Death Match, even though they're gonna be in California for the pay-per-view. Doesn't make sense either. But that's off topic. I'm predicting, I don't know. I'm gonna go with Samoa Joe. In my opinion, Samoa Joe should retain and continue his dominant reign as both the Ring of Honor Television Champion and the TNT Champion. In my opinion, at least. So yeah, I'm gonna go with Samoa Joe take the W against Wardlow. Next up for the AEW World Tag Team Championship, we have the Guns defending their titles against the Acclaimed, Jeff Jarrett and Jay Lethal, and for some reason in this match, Danhausen and Orange Cassidy. Mind you, Orange Cassidy is the AEW All Atlantic Champion. Why in the hell is he in this match? Why did he win the Battle Royal on Dynamite? Does not make shit sense. The All Atlantic title is probably the most irrelevant title in AEW history. Like, what is the point of that title being in the company? There is zero purpose for that title being in the company. Like Orange Cassidy, like, defends title against the jobbers. Basically, he doesn't defend against top mid carders or coming up superstar like Takeshita and nothing like that. Like, he just defends title against nobodies. Like, what's the point? Like, why? Doesn't make sense. And he's a champion. Why is he in this match? Also, why is Jeff Jarrett and Jelito in this match? In fact, this match should be the Guns versus the Acclaimed. There is no reason to have two other teams. I'm guessing they're there just to take the pin, but like, it doesn't make any sense. Aussie Open should have been in this match. In fact, there was an AEW Rampage Fatal 4-Way Tag Team match that looks interesting better. That's even better than the match on pay-per-view. It was Cloud Snow versus Wheeler Yuta versus Dark Order versus Aussie Open versus Top Flight. That match should have been on the pay-per-view, but no, we have this match, the Fatal 4-Way Tag match for the tag titles. Like, there's no fucking reason for this match to be a Fatal 4-Way Tag Team match. It should have been the Guns versus the Acclaimed, not a Fatal 4-Way Tag Team match. I'm gonna predict the Acclaimed are gonna win. I hope they win. In my opinion, the Guns should have now won the tag titles. So yeah, I'm gonna go with the Acclaimed. And in your main event of Revolution, we have a 60-minute Iron Man match for the AEW World Championship. MJF defends the title against Bryan Danielson in a 60-minute Iron Man match. Now, the match itself, I'm interested in, but like, the feud, I don't know, it's just not good because the feud that MJF he's been having recently have been basically the same shit we've seen before. He has an opponent, and basically puts him through like 5 weeks worth of hurdles just to get to him. Like, come on, man, freshen it up for once. There is no point for MJF to be feuding with Danielson this way. Like, make it fresh, make it interesting. Don't make it the same shit we've seen for the past feuds of MJF. Because basically been this. Do these 5 things for me and you'll get your match with me. Doesn't make any sense. He did it with Cody. He did it with Chris Jericho. He did it with Wardlow, I think. Yeah, he did it with Wardlow. He did it with Punk. Like, why? Doesn't make any fucking sense. And he'll most likely retain the title. Like, I'm hoping for Danielson to win, but right here, MJF's gonna win the title. I like MJF. I just feel like his character has gone pretty stale. Like, add some depth, add some character development to it. Like, it's just been uninteresting for the past week. His promos are good. It's just that the character itself has just gone very boring to watch. That's the thing, though. The only time this man has shown any character development was with the Punk feud. And even then, he was still a heel. He still became a heel. Like, it didn't make shit sense. Also, speaking about Punk, why are people saying that he's gonna come up with FTR? Why? There is no point for him to come out during the World Tag Team Trios match. Like, why? CM Punk has I'm confused. MJF has a better chance of appearing with FTR during his match against Danielson than CM Punk showing up with FTR. It doesn't make any sense. Not at all. Like, why? Like what's the point of it? They've only done one match together. One match. Like, doesn't make any sense. Not one bit of sense. So yeah, anyway, I'm predicting that MJF will retain his title tonight. So yeah. Overall, I'm excited for Revolution Night. Just not too excited like I've been for other AEW reviews. And yeah, pretty much it. I'm hoping the show's good. Hopefully, because usually like the pay-per-views of AEW are usually pretty damn good. So I'm praying this pay-per-view is good, but the card just looks so mid that it could possibly be a very very bad match, like a very bad pay-per-view. My bad. So yeah, that's it for this podcast. Hope you guys hope you guys enjoyed this episode. And yeah, I'll see you after the next one. I'm gonna do an HBW soon. I think after I record this, have time, I can do HBW Electric. If not, I'll do it on Monday. Anyways, enjoy the rest of this match, and I'll see you guys in the next episode of the podcast next week. So yeah, peace out. Bye.
Cell matches never disappoint, guys, but this one falls right into the legendary category.
Here is your winner, Cody Rhodes.